WWE presents Night of Champions.
Hello everybody and welcome to the y.W.c inter-promotional pay-per-view known as Night of Champions. We are starting things out tonight with the y.W.c Thursday Night SmackDown Women's Championship Contest. I am Jimmy Bly, being joined by Christopher Pierce on commentary for tonight's event. Christopher, coming into this women's match, Charlotte has a lot of momentum coming her side.
You're absolutely right, JB, but there's one thing about this. The challenger coming to the ring right now, Brie Bella, has been in at least 2 more matchups than Charlotte has since the YWC began, so Brie may have a little bit of experience on her side with the fact that Charlotte's not really been in the ring as much.
That's true, but growing up as the daughter of the legendary Ric Flair, it's gotta mean something.
But you also keep the factor as well, Nikki Bella out here to support her sister, so that could prove a valuable asset for Brie here in her attempt to take the YWC Women's Championship.
That is very true, as you see the referee hoisting the championship up high, signifying what this match is all about.
It's going to be the figure 8 versus the Bella Buster here tonight, and we'll have to see who comes out on top. Of course, keep in mind, Brie Bella had to win a 6-pack challenge a couple of weeks ago on SmackDown in order to even be the #1 contender for the title.
That is true, and I just noticed another common theme in this match right now is all of the participants are wearing red.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting that last week on SmackDown, Charlotte and Brie actually teamed up against the team of Golden Fire, Summer Rae and Eva Marie, and the only one that was down ringside not wearing red was Summer Rae, so it kind of looked like a fish out of water, if you will.
Yeah, it's just the ring gear these superstars like to choose. If it feels like it's their lucky gear, they'll wear it.
Absolutely, and looks like, oh, I thought maybe Brie was going for a submission there, but instead kind of a backbreaker there on Charlotte. Now, I would think that if you are Brie, the one thing you're going to want to do is take away Charlotte's power advantage, but if you're Charlotte, you're going to want to try and take out the leg. See right there was a shot, I think, right above the knee to set up for that figure 8.
Kick to the gut, yes. If you take away Charlotte's power, her strength, her upper arm, she won't be able to lock in the figure 8.
And I also want to point out, too, that last week on SmackDown, these two were forced to team together, the champion and the #1 contender, and there was a point in that matchup where Brie tagged herself in. Charlotte didn't look very happy. As a matter of fact, Brie actually picked up the pinfall for her team, so I think there's a little bit more here than just good old competition. I think there's a little animosity between these two.
Yes, it's all over the championship. There's going to be animosity. Friends become enemies.
Oh, here's a first cover of the matchup.
And look at Nikki Bella already getting involved in the match, distracting the referee, keeping the referee's eyes and attention away from the match.
Yeah, Charlotte had at least 2.5 counts. There's a DDT by Brie, and Charlotte might have very easily retained her championship right there, but as you can see, the twin magic there with Nikki Bella along ringside is paying dividends right now for Brie.
You gotta remember, as seen on Thursday night SmackDown. Yeah, it's easier for me to say. Apparently, I, as Jimmy Bly, love SmackDown too much. No, but
it's okay. We all love SmackDown, JB. Don't worry about it. Oh, here's a cover and a kick out at 1.
As we've seen on Monday Night Raw, you can only distract the referee so much before he finally decides to throw you out of ringside.
Yeah, exactly. So Nikki's got to make sure that she's careful.
Is the strategy going to be also if Charlotte can try to hold out until Nikki gets thrown out from ringside? Do you think that could be a little bit on her mind as well?
Well, absolutely. I think that's definitely something that could happen for Charlotte to try and do. I mean, more often than not, a competitor does not want their opponent's teammate, if you will, outside the ring to get involved, but I think Charlotte wouldn't mind a little bit for Nikki to end up testing the referee's patience. Looks like Charlotte might be going for another cover here, and look at this, Nikki up on the ring apron again.
Yep, keeps the referee's eyes distracted, and is able for Brie to kick out. Look at Brie with the Bella Buster.
This could be it. That's the finishing maneuver, and there's the cover.
The ref still distracted. The ref was still distracted by Nikki Bella.
Yeah, that's going to hurt Brie right there. I mean, I don't think Nikki really meant to have the referee keep an eye on her at that point, but definitely Charlotte dodging a bullet there now. And what in the world? Oh, my goodness. Off the top rope suplex, and here's the cover. And Nikki back up on the ring apron again.
Nikki Bella. Yeah, like I said, this referee has got to be approaching his wit's end right now.
And there's another Bella Buster.
I almost thought another, and once again, his sister has the referee distracted.
Yeah, but you saw right there, that time Charlotte kicked out at 1, so it wouldn't have mattered whether the referee saw it or not. And here's a submission.
Look at this, a bit of a master lock.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Master lock submission move.
Is Charlotte going to tap? Her title hangs in the balance. She's trying to fight out of it, and she does.
The power of Charlotte to just fight out of that is not an easy submission to get out of. Look at it, look again. But this time the referee isn't distracted.
Yeah.
The referee decides not to even look at
her.
Oh,
and there's a tap out. That's it.
Brie Bella taps out.
Wow. Charlotte, she calls herself genetically superior, and she showed it off right there, powering out of the master lock and applying a submission of her own to get the tap out and retain her championship.
The referee didn't even bother to look at Nikki Bella at that time, and it helped Charlotte retain her women's championship.
And now this is going to be very interesting setting up.
Of many more.
It's going to be interesting setting up for SmackDown. Who's going to be the next one for Charlotte to face with her title belt on the line?
We'll be right back after this break.
And welcome back, everyone, to Night of Champions. The Intercontinental Championship is on the line. And here comes the champion, the Lone Wolf, Baron Corbin. And JB, I know that you've been really impressed with Baron Corbin since he made his debut on y.W.c. Raw.
Yes, Baron Corbin has been a big powerhouse ever since moving up from NXT to the main roster here in y.W.c. Baron Corbin has really given it his all, and as you can see, he is the Intercontinental Champion out of it.
He's definitely going to have his hands full, though, as he's about to take on the owner of the Hollywood face, Mr. Awesome himself, The Miz.
Now, The Miz is a former Intercontinental Champion in his own right. His reign only lasted a week, but The Miz earned his spot, defeating Finn Balor on last Monday night episode of Raw to stake his claim to fight Baron Corbin for the Intercontinental Championship.
It should be a really good one. Of course, The Miz, known for his resourcefulness, maybe some would say being a little cheating in some ways, but Baron Corbin definitely knows ruthless aggression, knows how to use his power, so this should be a really good matchup with gold on the line.
Absolutely. The champion and the challenger showing off what's going to happen. The referee calls for the bell and the match is underway.
And you can see the
classic collar elbow tie up to start the match.
And you can see the size differential here. Baron Corbin head and shoulders above The Miz. If you're The Miz, how do you counter the strength and the power that you can physically see of Baron Corbin?
Well, if you're The Miz, how would you be more? Would you be more concerned about keeping your face clean and not full of black eyes and wells that could damage a face like his?
Yeah, I mean, if they ever come out with another Marine movie, of course The Miz is going to want to have his face in pristine condition. But I mean, what do you do first? Do you put your do you put your movie career on the line, or your WWE or your y.W.c. I should say career on the line here, knowing you've got a chance to get back your Intercontinental title?
Yeah, Miz is definitely going to go for it. He goes all out, as you even seen when he took on Finn Balor. He'll go all out. It's just like kind of like how we had to do with Nikki and Charlotte. Take out the legs, take out the power, take out the strength of Baron Corbin.
Of course, Baron Corbin's finishing maneuver, the end of days, The Miz, skull-crushing finale. The one thing I've got to wonder, looking at the size differential, if you're The Miz, how do you even get that full Nelson to set up for the skull-crushing finale on the height of Baron Corbin?
Just gotta wear him down. I like how you were gonna say Finn Balor as well.
Well, you said Finn Balor, made me think of Finn Balor, so yeah.
You just gotta wear him down enough to where you're pretty much when you lock in that full Nelson to slam him down, that you're literally just holding him up.
There's a go behind by
You just gotta
Baron Corbin and a nice arm drag there to get out of that hole by The Miz. Oh, and a drop toe hold.
Yes, very much. Drop toe hold, dropping Corbin right on his face. That's something that Miz has to do. Get him to where when his face wears down like that. When you hit the skull crushing finale. Wait, what's Miz doing? Swinging neck breaker.
Beautiful move, and you can see for the last minute or so, he has kept Baron Corbin on the mat, and there he goes again there with a bit of like a leg drag there.
He is fighting for his Intercontinental Championship. His own words, not mine.
Yeah, what's Baron Corbin going for here? A go behind and a shot right to the back of the neck, and now The Miz setting up for something, and there's a snapmare takedown. Oh, look at this. Oh, my goodness, the Moneymaker. Repeated boots to the Moneymaker.
Yes, Baron Corbin just stomping away. You could tell he is getting really, really angry right now.
Yeah, Baron Corbin doesn't care about the fact that Miz has a Hollywood career, that his face is one of his best assets. He does not care. He wants to ground and pound because his goal here is to be the lone wolf of y.W.c. And there you see again, just stomping away at Miz.
Yeah, I talked to Corbin before this match.
Oh, look out, there's a little roll-up and a kick out at 1.
I talked to Corbin before the match, and he didn't really have a lot to say. He just pretty much said, if The Miz is so concerned about his face, then why is he in the YWC? And then he just walked away.
Yeah, I mean, Baron Corbin, he all he cares about is himself, and oh my goodness, what an overhead suplex.
Belly-to-belly throw.
Beautiful move right there. Oh, and a thumb to the eye there by The Miz. Like I said, The Miz will cut corners, and oh my goodness, what it was almost like an inverted DDT. Here's the pin. And I thought that was it. Corbin kicks out at 2.
A good kick out by Baron Corbin. Corbin knows everything. The Miz looked like he was trying to call for the skull crushing finale, but Baron Corbin says, "What the hell do you think you're doing?"
Whoa, and there's a
and what a back body drop.
Beautiful, and here's the pin. Referee I don't even think he got a 2 count as The Miz was able to power out. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, and there's a belly-to-belly suplex. And again, the stomps continue from Baron Corbin, just continuing to wear down The Miz.
I just want to point out...
Oh, there's a cover. Oh, my goodness. And how did The Miz kick out at 1? I don't understand. Almost like a jackknife. I don't know what... like Razor's Edge powerbomb in a way there was, I guess.
Yeah, right on the back of Miz's neck is where he landed.
Oh, but, Miz. What a beautiful go behind swinging neck breaker. And
I want to clear up for those watching at home, the reason you were hearing the voices of Jimmy Bly and Christopher Pierce is because both Michael Norman and Seth Cole are getting prepared for their match here later tonight.
Oh yeah, it's a stacked card tonight, no doubt about that. And keep in mind, too, in that matchup between Seth Cole and Michael Norman, there's the contract of a superstar. We don't even know who it is, but there's some superstar that both of these men want for their brand, and they're going to fight for his contract here tonight.
You see Corbin with that slam. That's a power slam, I believe.
And here's a
cover.
cover.
The pin on Miz.
And see, it's like a rather...
Wow, Miz kicks out at 1.
Well, that looked like a rather nonchalant pin there. Oh, end of days!
Corbin.
End of days!
End of days! End of days!
That's gotta be it.
1, 2, 3, and it's over.
Baron Corbin with the end of days out of nowhere. And he will successfully retain his title.
Baron Corbin with the strong victory, retaining the Intercontinental Championship. It's just like Christopher Pierce said, it's a very, very stacked card tonight. And as you can see, Baron Corbin walking out of Night of Champions, the Intercontinental Champion.
Oh, don't go away, folks. Lots more to come here tonight on Night of Champions.
Welcome back to Night of Champions. As you can see here in Nashville, Tennessee, we are live. Up next, the y.W.c World Tag Team Championship match from Thursday Night SmackDown, making his way to the ring, the Big Show. Now, Christopher, if if you're on the opposite end of the Big Show in this match, if you're fighting for the championship, and your opponent is one of your opponents is the Big Show and Mark Henry, what's your strategy?
I think basically there is no strategy. You just hope that one of these two make a mistake or something and you can capitalize on it. Because I don't think there's a tag team out there that's going to be able to match the size and the power, the brute strength of this team. And I'll tell you what, the New Day, they have a huge task on their hands here tonight. And of course, this tag team was revealed last week on SmackDown when Rusev had to go 2-on-1 handicap match against these two. He was unsuccessful, and we just saw the dominating power of these two behemoths. We'll have to see if the power of positivity can defeat these two monsters.
All three members of the New Day coming out to the ring. We are getting word that out of the three members fighting, it will be Kofi Kingston and Big E Langston.
Yeah, absolutely. You're definitely going to want to have Big E in there to at least try and counter some of the power there. But remember, the New Day, they ended up winning an opportunity to be the #1 contenders for these World Tag Team Championships because they ended up defeating two teams in a tournament.
Did you see just how much ease that was for Big Show to knock down Big E?
Just a little shoulder block, just a little shove there, and immediately sent Big E to the mat. But Big E right now showing that he can match strength for strength, as he was able to get a nice shot in there on the Big Show, and now ringing the arm, but Big Show right back with a knee to the gut.
Now, if you're Big Show or Mark Henry, does having Xavier Woods out there pose any kind of problem to you?
Oh, I would definitely think so. That would definitely be an added distraction here for both of these men. I don't really know, though, how much of a distraction Xavier Woods is going to be because, the Big Show and Mark Henry, they're all business here, and I think they're just going to completely ignore Xavier Woods. As far as the referee, though, that could be the deciding factor to how much attention he pays to Xavier Woods out there.
Look at Big E just picking up the Big Show, delivering. A normal person, any normal person, Big Show landing like that would have broke the person's knee. Oh, and
I think Mark Henry just clubbed his own teammate, the Big Show, there from the ring apron. But now the Big Show trying to do something. Oh, what in the world is he going for here? Is that a submission hold he's got on him there? I couldn't even really tell.
It's like a double chicken wing style submission.
Yeah, you've definitely seen the evolution of the Big Show. I don't think we've ever seen him make that kind of a move before. And here comes the world's strongest man, Mark Henry.
Yeah, if you're Kofi Kingston right now, you're just glad that you're not in the match.
You gotta wonder in the mind of the New Day. I mean, a couple of weeks ago on SmackDown, they ended up winning the opportunity to be in the title picture here tonight at Night of Champions, but they were told that there was a mystery tag team that would be revealed by Commissioner Seth Cole that they would face the Night of Champions. How deflating could it have been for these guys to know that you're going up against the world's strongest man and the world's largest athlete?
Right now, my strategy would be just to run.
Yeah, just run away as fast as you can.
With these two big behemoths of human beings, what you want to do is wear them down, get them tired, get them out of breath. That way, when you hit your moves, they won't kick out as easily, and then you just pretty much gotta pray that you can get them down for a 3 count.
I mean, let's keep in mind here, Kofi Kingston, SOS, Trouble in Paradise, that's his forte. I'm not really sure he could hit the SOS on either of these guys. I think he could get enough elevation. Oh, man, what a clothesline there. I think he could get enough elevation to be able to hit the Trouble in Paradise, but I'm not rightly sure it'd be enough to keep either one of these two guys down for a 3 count.
Yeah. I think we're pretty much looking at Mark Henry and Big Show winning the tag team titles.
Oh, there's a DDT, though, for Kofi Kingston. If he could keep Big Show down to his knees at least, maybe they'd have a chance, but I agree with you. If the New Day can pull this off, there's no doubt that would definitely be an upset here tonight.
I'm wearing a hat right now, and if New Day wins this match, I will eat my hat.
You will literally eat that hat?
Yes.
Wow. Didn't you ever learn not to make wagers, not to make bets?
Especially not against you.
Exactly. Yeah. You better make sure you don't make any wagers here because you may end up having to eat that hat just like you had to gargle some water a couple of weeks ago. But anyway, back in the ring, Kofi Kingston trying to hold his own here against Mark Henry, and you can see right there he's doing some back elbows to the side of Mark Henry's head, and he's dropped him down to the mat. Kofi Kingston now a kick to the bat, and now Mark Henry is down, so New Day could try and capitalize, and as soon as I say that, well, Mark Henry's up, now he's back down. He'll get up a couple more times probably.
Yep. See, that's the thing, Mark Henry, he's the strongest man in the world, and he'll be the first to tell you that. I believe it was, what was it, 96 Olympics?
Yes,
or
it was,
like
yep,
that,
1996.
Same as Kurt Angle when he won his Olympic gold medal, but Mark Henry, power lifter, strongest man in the world, battled in the 1996 Olympics, and here he is fighting once to be World Tag Team Champions once again.
Quite an opportunity for Mark Henry as well. Yeah, where was Mark Henry going there? I'm not certain. I think Xavier Woods said something to him, and Mark Henry was going to go out and get him, and there was a spear by Big E knocking the Big Show off the ring apron. But going back to Mark Henry, oh my goodness! Wow!
Biggie Langston with a belly-to-belly suplex on. Look at this!
Look at this! Oh, is he going for the big ending? Is he going for the big ending? He hits it! The big ending! It could be the upset! Oh, and he just ran into his own teammate! Here's the pin! Big Show in to break it up, and, oh, 2 count. That was nearly it. We nearly had new World Tag Team Champions right there.
Yeah, we did, and look at the strength of Big E Langston.
Man, and oh, there he goes for the cover again. Referee at 1, and Mark Henry was able to kick out. Big Show was in there to try and offer assistance, but not needed. But as far as Mark Henry is concerned, keep in mind, Mark Henry didn't even make his in-ring debut in YWC until last week when he went with Big Show against Rusev. The Big Show, though, he's been in since week 1 when he was involved in that 6-man matchup. I believe it was for the United States Championship. It was a battle royal. So, you know, for Mark Henry to come here 1 week after he makes his debut, he's put into the hunt for a tag team championship. That's amazing. And look at again the strength of Big E.
Big E Langston, he is one heck of a powerhouse. As you can tell, Big Show really upset now. Grabbing him by the throat, or even the face.
Yeah, just
grabbing him by the face, picking him up.
He just engulfed his face with his hand right there. Oh, and the Big Show's fired up now. Couple of clotheslines, swings Big E into the corner, and oh, going for crossbody. Big Show's.
I couldn't tell if that was a spear or a crossbody.
No, it was a crossbody, I believe.
On Big E.
Oh, and it looks like he might be going for the pin. Mark Henry knocks Kofi Kingston off the ring apron, and there's Xavier Woods trying to distract the referee, and he is successful as Big E was able to kick out at 2 anyway. Uh-oh. Weapon of mass destruction.
Oh my goodness.
That's a knockout blow, and I'm not sure. I think the referee still was dealing with Xavier Woods.
Distracted.
Oh no. Oh my goodness. Is this going for a
wow.
Yes, rack submission. Torture rack.
Just to strength of the strength of Big E Langston. Like, we can't stress this enough. We were watching this live on our television monitors here at the announce booth, and I just looked up at the superstars to see Big E do that, and I can't believe that he can lift the Big Show.
I know. I mean, people, these are not just mere numbers. This is
Look at this.
Oh my goodness. Is he going for a superplex? Oh my goodness!
Superplex!
How did the ring hold them?
Thank God our y.W.c officials have reinforced that ring.
Oh my goodness, that is 7 foot, 500 pounds. That's about 800 pounds crashing to the mat there from the top rope between Big Show and Big E Langston. Unbelievable.
YWC spares no expense. Goes for the pin again, and here comes Xavier Woods. The Xavier Woods factor once again coming into play.
Absolutely, definitely coming into play. But I'll tell you the one thing that I saw moments ago that shocked me. When we saw Big Show hit the WMD on Big E Langston, yes, Xavier Woods got involved, but Big E kicked out at 1.5. You never see anybody kick out of that knockout punch. Oh, not again. A second superplex.
A second.
And here's the cover. That could be it.
Big Show.
And a kick out at 2. And now Mark Henry's involved. Kofi Kingston's involved.
Big E taking his frustrations out. right now. And Mark Henry. Now look at Kofi Kingston.
He's holding Mark Henry in the ropes. Big Show with a big size, what is, I believe,
And the referee just throws Big Show down.
Yep. Refs should not get involved in the matchup. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Kick right into the sternum area. Oh, and there you go. Going for the pin. Looks like he's going to go for the cover.
I believe it's a size 16, like 6E boot
that
Big Show wears, if that's what you were going for the last time.
Yep, that's what I was looking for.
Distracting the referee again. Down goes Big E Langston.
And here comes the cover again. Tag team titles on the line. Referee's not even looking. And Big E kicks out at 1 regardless. I don't know what the referee's looking at unless Xavier Woods over on that side of the ring now.
I think Xavier Woods has been ejected from ringside.
Has he really? Oh my goodness, that is huge. Yes, I believe you're right. Yes, Xavier Woods is heading to the back. So now it is 2-on-2. Kingston and Langston versus Henry and Big Show. The New Day have now lost what could have been their biggest opportunity to be able to distract the world's largest tag team and win the tag team titles. Now they've got to really be resourceful.
Yep, there goes Xavier Woods and Francesca too, back to the locker room where he honestly should have been starting off this match.
Absolutely, but I mean, when you're going up against the world's largest tag team, you need everything you can use. And right there, Mark Henry whispering something to the Big Show and now getting tagged in. And spears Big E right off the ring apron. And Kofi, side Russian leg sweep on the world's strongest man. And off the top rope, and he missed it.
Mark Henry swatted Kofi away like a fly.
And here's the cover.
Going for the pin, Mark Henry on Kofi Kingston. 1, and a kick out by Kofi with a little assistance from Big E.
Yeah, I mean, right now, this is definitely a mixed match. And oh my goodness, there's an Olympic belly-to-belly from Mark Henry. And there's the cover. That could be it. And Kofi somehow manages to kick out at 2.
Big Show kindly just walking into the ring now, just watching, sees he was going for a submission and breaks it up before the ref could even ask if he was going to submit.
And the Big Show right there, I'm not really sure why he was actually just standing there in the ring. Oh my goodness, that was, almost like a DDT there from Mark Henry. And he looks like he's going for the cover again.
Even with Xavier Woods out there, this was still an uphill battle for the New Day.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Absolutely no doubt about that. I mean, for it to be a fair matchup here, it was 3-on-2. I think the New Day need to have a couple more guys at ringside or something because there's no doubt about it. Even 3-on-2, it's a mixed match.
Lumberjack match.
Yeah, exactly.
Turn this into a lumberjack match.
And Kofi Kingston showing off his moonwalking skills.
I was just gonna say that. We get Big E coming in, and now Mark Henry ducks underneath the fist of Big E. Now look at this.
Shoots him over the top rope. Big E out on the ring apron, forearm to the face, and gets back in.
Ooh, and now Mark Henry reverses Big E.
What's
Mark Henry going for?
Fallaway slam.
Fallaway slam.
I thought he might be going for the world's strongest slam, but no. And here's the cover. Referee at 2. Wow, I think that must have been like 2 3/4.
That would have been 3 if Big E wouldn't have kicked out. And Big E still has the strength in him. Can you believe this? Now, Mark Henry running to the side, attacking Big Show.
Yeah, I've been really impressed here with the New Day. I mean, we're not giving them very good odds to win this thing. Oh, sleeper hold on the Big Show. That could do it.
He's too close to Mark Henry.
Clubbing blow to the back of the head by Mark Henry. Whoa! Did I really just see that?
I don't know. I'm very skeptical about it too.
I think Kofi just suplexed Mark Henry.
I think it was something like that, and Big Show just knocking down Kofi as Big E holding on to Mark Henry.
Now, I'm a little confused here. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Big Show is the legal participant.
Holy cow!
Little Hurricane Rana there, and here's the cover. Referee at 2, and Mark Henry breaks up the 3 count.
Oh, Mark Henry, gotta be careful. We accidentally hit the referee.
Don't want to get yourself disqualified here. Oh, and there's a bulldog by the Big Show. And here's the cover. This could be all. 1, and a kick out at 1. Biggie Langston in to break up that 3 count.
With how slow Mark Henry's being coming into the ring, you can tell he is getting very tired.
Absolutely.
Whoa, what a move by Kofi Kingston.
He's going up top.
Oh,
Kofi's going up top. Oh my goodness, the knockout
my
punch!
goodness.
That's gotta be all! And there's the 3. The world's largest tag team is now tag team champions, and I think Kofi Kingston is completely unconscious.
I honestly would not doubt that. Kofi Kingston being stretchered right now to the back after that knockout punch.
He's dreaming of Bootios.
Yeah.
But
Still
how
lots
about...
more to come.
Who's going to stop these guys? Who is going to stop these guys and take the tag team titles from? I don't think there's anybody out there on the roster who can.
I'm afraid for the SmackDown tag team roster at this point.
Absolutely.
Still much more to come here tonight on Night of Champions. You see new World Tag Team Champions. We got a lot more to be crowned tonight.
And welcome everybody back here to Night of Champions live in Nashville, Tennessee. We have crowned numerous champions tonight. It's time now to crown a Cruiserweight champion here at Night of Champions.
Coming out first, he qualified last week on Monday Night Raw against Tajiri. Brian Kendrick coming to the ring.
And of course, Jimmy, you've had the opportunity to be able to watch these Cruiserweights during the episodes of y.W.c. Raw. Just how much excitement do these high flyers bring to the show?
Oh, they bring a lot. It's a lot of excitement, a lot of drama, lots of pure wrestling talent.
And here comes
And
the man gravity forgot. Adrian Neville about to make his way to the ring. This should be great. I mean, you talk about high flyers, Neville and Brian Kendrick, there's no doubt about it. These are 2 of the best.
Neville beating Kalisto to qualify for the championship match. Oh, hiccups. Ooh, okay.
I think you've been drinking on the job.
As you can see, the y.W.c. Cruiserweight Championship is on the line.
And of course, when y.W.c. was formed, SmackDown getting the Women's Championship division, Raw getting the Cruiserweight Championship division. We've already found out Charlotte defending her Women's Championship successfully tonight, but now we're about to find out who's going to get the Cruiserweight gold.
That is very, very true. Coming very close. We got a lot of big-time opportunities here tonight at Night of Champions.
And just to remind everybody tonight what's coming up, of course, we've got the matchup, the grudge match, with a contract of a superstar on the line between the commissioner of SmackDown, Seth Cole, the general manager of Raw, Michael Norman. But also keep in mind, you've got the WWE Championship on the line tonight. Seth Rollins defending
the y.W.c. Championship.
That's right. Again, with Seth Rollins defending it against the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe. And then don't forget tonight's double main event. That's one of them. But also we've got a 6-man ladder match for the y.W.c. World Heavyweight Championship. So still a lot to come here tonight.
I'm actually getting word in my ear right now that y.W.c. World Championship match between Seth Rollins and Samoa Joe is now a last man standing match.
Oh my goodness, as if things couldn't get crazier enough, an added stipulation with the y.W.c. Championship on the line. Oh my goodness, I'm telling you what, there's no doubt about it. We're going to be seeing them go at it tonight, but you got to admit that our 2 respective general manager commissioners, they know how to book matchups.
Yes, they do. Big time. Very good, especially like matches like this one that we're seeing right now. Neville and Brian Kendrick, 2 high flyers, about the same size, about the same ability and agility of these 2. But who will come out on top as the first y.W.c. Cruiserweight Champion?
And another added ability to these 2 is neither one of them afraid to go to the top rope. And oh my goodness, it was almost like a pump handle suplex, and there's a moonsault, standing moonsault. by Brian Kendrick, or the Brian Kendrick as he's called.
Yes, Brian Kendrick. He was in the Cruiserweight Classic that WWE held, but it's actually still holding technically. But he is here in the YWC to win championships, take names, and make a legacy for himself.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but for those of you that don't know Brian Kendrick, I mean, you've got to look back at old WWE videos when he teamed up with Paul London. Those two absolutely amazing as a tag team, but now singles competition for Brian Kendrick going up against maybe one of the future's best aerial flyers in Adrian Neville.
Neville swatting Kendrick away as he went for a drop kick. Look at that tilt-a-whirl DDT.
Beautiful move there, and you could just see the athletic ability, and oh my goodness, kicks right to the top of the head right there. The side of his foot meeting the cranium of Brian Kendrick.
Yes, you just gotta work. You gotta work on your opponent. Look at Neville!
Oh, there you go! Springboard moonsault off the top rope. They call him the man gravity forgot, and that was proof right there. Neville taking to the skies.
Irish whip into the corner. Oh, and a good reversal there by Neville. Now Neville, he comes from Newcastle, England. So and he was born to wrestle. He was taught by many superstars down the line. I'm actually even being told that former WWE superstar Finlay helped train Neville as well to be a good pure striker.
Yeah, I mean, Finlay, the man who loves to fight. You add that into the repertoire of a high flyer like Adrian Neville, and you've got yourself a multitask when you step in the ring with him. Oh, and look at that, a
and
beautiful, I'm not exactly sure what you call it, like an airplane spin.
Something like that, yeah, but you also gotta think as well, one of Neville's heroes growing up.
Oh my goodness!
One of Neville's heroes growing up, he said, was the greatest pure wrestler never to win the WWE Championship, and that is Sir William Regal.
Absolutely, no doubt about that. As there's a nice suplex by Neville, and Neville's going to the top again, and oh my goodness, a drop kick, but got swatted away and blocked by Brian Kendrick.
Neville keeping on it. He's keeping up his speed and agility. He is not bolting.
And of course, tonight's Night of Champions brought to you by Raw JV, I guess. I don't know.
Xbox. Tonight's Night of Champions brought to you by Xbox.
Yes, indeed. Absolutely. They're probably going to sue us now. Oh, my goodness. And again, Kendrick going for something. Almost looked like he was going for like a leg drop from the top rope and misses it. That's one thing, too. With the high-flying risks, that's exactly what they are. Risks. Oh, there's a suplex into a bridge, and Kendrick kicks out at 2. But
Neville had to be careful to make sure his own shoulders weren't down.
Exactly, yeah. I don't know if the referees over on Raw for you guys have been competent. They've kind of made a couple of mistakes over on SmackDown.
Well, all referees are the same.
Oh my goodness, and that was a full Nelson suplex, dropping Neville right on the back of his head, and here comes the pin for Brian Kendrick. And a kick out at 1.
Kick out at 1 by Neville. The agility, this match already has got to be at least 3.5 to 4 stars quality.
Oh, no doubt about that. You know, something I gotta ask you too, and of course you and I have never stepped in a wrestling ring, so we wouldn't know this, but of course we spend a lot of our time backstage talking to these superstars. You gotta think that with these shots to the head, going up to the top rope groggy's gotta in some way incapacitate you for being able to fully hit your top rope moves.
That's true, I've talked to many of superstars who have, and they said it's really, really hard to keep your balance when you go up to the top rope and you're all groggy like that. But it's what you got to get the job done somewhere or another.
Oh my goodness! Almost like the Seth Rollins curb stomp right there.
You've got to get the job done, no matter what the cost. So they said while it is very scary to go up there groggy, if it's what gets the job done, it has to be done. And
of course, you know, obviously with the fact that you've got, oh my goodness, look at the move by Neville, into the bridge, into the bridge. How did Kendrick kick out at 2? How?
Very, very good skill.
Oh my goodness, I
skill
thought
by
he had.
Brian
Oh,
Kendrick.
and now, drops Neville right on his head. And here's the cover
Reverse
by Kendrick.
Hurricane Rana DDT that was.
That's it!
Two.
Oh, I thought that was it!
No, Neville.
I thought that was it.
Kicked out at 2.
I thought that
my
was it. The
goodness.
referee's hand was coming down for 3. I thought it hit the mat, but it didn't. Neville somehow was able to get himself out of the pinning predicament at the literally last second. Power bomb! That could do it.
Sit down power bomb.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Referee again nearly bringing his hand to the mat. Oh, wait a minute. Oh my goodness. This might be a submission. Oh, just throws Neville into the turnbuckle.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is the wherewithal and skill of Brian Kendrick.
And
Goes
that's
to
a
the
3!
pin, and it's over.
That's over.
I don't know what to even call that move, but it was effective nonetheless.
It certainly was. It was almost like a headlock, and he just threw the back of his neck into the turnbuckle. I don't know if maybe Neville was somewhat unconscious after that, but regardless, Brian Kendrick is the y.W.c Cruiserweight Champion.
The first y.W.c Cruiserweight Champion, Brian Kendrick, celebrating his second overall victory. There's still a lot more to come in y.W.c, so stay tuned, including after this commercial break. Hello everybody, welcome back to Night of Champions live from Nashville, Tennessee. Up next, it's the United States Championship match, and boy, when we talk about this match, we can't not talk about the strength, ability, and charisma of Apollo Crews.
Yeah, Apollo Crews has been able to defeat numerous competitors, including Cesaro, Kevin Owens, Rusev, to retain the title he won on the very first y.W.c SmackDown, but man, no doubt about it, he's got a task for him here tonight, facing off against the #1 contender, the leader of the Yes Movement. It's Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan making his return to y.W.c action after we thought he was never going to wrestle again.
Well, Daniel Bryan coming back for at least one more matchup, but if he can win the title, of course, we'll be seeing him probably numerous nights on y.W.c SmackDown. But man, what a coup here for SmackDown Commissioner Seth Cole, getting Daniel Bryan here on a pay-per-view, the first y.W.c pay-per-view of Night of Champions with the U.S. title on the line.
Referee holding the belt that signifies what's on the line here in this matchup. Daniel Bryan, the challenger. Apollo Crews, the champion, who will walk out as the United States champion.
And you know, you gotta wonder too, you've seen the people that Apollo Crews has gone up against. You've got the power and athletic ability of Rusev. You've got the power of Kevin Owens. Of course, the strength of Cesaro. And he's been able to turn back all comers. Even think back to how he even won the championship in the first place in a 6-man over-the-top battle royal against the likes of Rusev, The Big Show, Dolph Ziggler. He has been a fighting champion, but here tonight, apparently, Commissioner Seth Cole seeing something special in Daniel Bryan, and Apollo Crews is definitely going to have his work cut out for him tonight if he wants to continue to keep his United States Championship.
Agreed. Daniel Bryan's got a big uphill battle with someone like Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews is no different than Daniel Bryan. Apollo Crews, he came up from the independent circuit, used to be known as Oha Nation. Now here he is with the United States champion, with the United States Championship around his waist. Been champion the past 4 weeks, won it the very first episode of SmackDown. Hasn't lost it since. What kind of do you think maybe Apollo Crews has a bit of a cocky mind, thinking he ain't gonna lose this match?
Well, I mean, I kind of think that you have to have that kind of a mentality in order to beat Daniel Bryan, because if there's any doubt in your mind that Daniel Bryan at any moment could lock in the yes lock or hit you with his patented running knee, you know, you're going to open up the door for Daniel to be able to do that and take the title away from you. So I think that as the champion, Apollo Crews needs to have a bit of a cocky attitude.
Referee up to I think it's a 5 count.
And
now,
of course,
Apollo
keep
Crews
in
gotta
mind,
watch out, make sure.
no, Apollo Crews doesn't have to worry about that. If he gets counted out, he still keeps his championship. So, he doesn't have to really worry about that kind of a situation.
That's true. Apollo Crews stepping back in between the ropes, and look at the spine buster.
Wow, almost a spine buster throw, just kind of shooting Daniel Bryan a couple feet away from him. And of course, you got to give the strength advantage to Apollo Crews, but there's no doubt about it. Daniel Bryan very resourceful going up to the top, and there's a corkscrew elbow.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan's been known as the underdog in many cases. Many matches come out on top. This match is no different.
Absolutely. You got to think, too, for Daniel Bryan, if he's able to defeat Apollo Crews, what is next for Daniel Bryan? I mean, you've seen Apollo Crews go up against numerous people in the last couple of weeks, defending his title week after week. That's a stipulation that's been made on y.W.c. SmackDown. So is Daniel Bryan going to be capable to defend the title week after week on SmackDown if he wins tonight? And look at this. Apollo Crews, there's that cockiness you were talking about.
Yeah, I've noticed Apollo Crews have been getting really cocky lately. Ever since winning, I believe, what was it, his third championship match?
Yeah. Yep.
Even during his third championship match, I noticed him getting really, really cocky through it.
There's a belly-to-belly there by Apollo Crews, and, just a beautiful opportunity here, as we've seen on both y.W.c. SmackDown and y.W.c. Raw, this young talent being able to showcase their stuff. We've seen, of course, tonight successfully retaining his title, the young superstar of Baron Corbin. Apollo Crews has been impressing on SmackDown. It's just a beautiful chance for these different wrestlers, these younger generation of wrestlers, to showcase what they've got. And look at Daniel Bryan going off the ropes underneath the clothesline, and there is a kick right to the face.
Wow, Daniel Bryan getting all fired up. Where's Daniel Bryan going?
Oh, wait a minute, Daniel.
Over to the Spanish announce team.
Daniel, you can't win the championship out there.
No, Daniel can't, but you can definitely incapacitate an opponent out there.
Oh, and almost like a fireman's carry into a suplex by Crews, and there's a flying elbow drop. And again,
Pick up by Crews.
showing off the cocky attitude is Apollo Crews.
And imagine what Apollo Crews would feel like if he lost this match after showing off all that cockiness.
Oh, he'd be devastated. There's no doubt. I mean, you go up against people like Kevin Owens and Cesaro, Rusev, you turn back those guys, and then you lose to, let's just be honest, a smaller competitor in Daniel Bryan. Oh, there's a roll-up.
I thought I saw Daniel Bryan attempting to go for the running knee, but Apollo Crews ended up getting up before he could get set up for it.
Oh, Daniel's going for something here, though. Oh, instead a back body drop by Apollo Crews. Oh, no. Oh, spine buster.
An Arn Anderson-like spine buster.
Oh, wait a minute.
Crews.
Wait a minute. Same move he put Kevin Owens away with a couple of nights ago. He hits it, just drops Daniel to the mat. Is this going to be it?
Goes for the pin. 1.
That's it.
2.
That is
3.
it.
It's over.
Wow. Apollo Crews successfully defends his United States Championship against Daniel Bryan. How impressive is Apollo Crews? He has turned back everybody, even a surprise entrance in D-Bry.
I'll tell you what, I don't know who's going to be left on this roster that could stop Apollo Crews and take that title away from him.
Yeah, we're running out of people, no doubt about that, but plenty more still to come here on Night of Champions. And welcome back, everybody, here to Night of Champions. We've already crowned new y.W.c. World Tag Team Champions. Now it's time to find out who's going to be the premier tag team from y.W.c. Raw. The Tag Team Champions are on the line, as you've got the Vaudevillains making their way to the ring.
Vaudevillains personally say they're going to end up winning this But in order to do it, they've got to beat the most decorated tag team in all of y.W.c, the Dudley Boys.
Welcome to Dudleyville, Aiden English and Simon Gotch.
Will we see any tables tonight?
I don't know. I mean, tables would result in a disqualification, so, you know, if the Dudleys maybe can win the tag team titles, maybe we'll see some tables afterwards. I know the crowd would love to see some tables.
Absolutely.
And there you can see the y.W.c Tag Team Championships are on the line here tonight. Who's going to be the first y.W.c Tag Team Champions on Monday Night Raw tomorrow night? It's going to be very interesting to see, as it's, there you see, there are the title belts. They are what are on the line in this matchup.
Challengers and challengers. There are no champions in this match. As you see, Aiden English starting off strong against Bubba Ray Dudley.
Yeah, and arguably the two stronger halves of their respective tag teams here, Aiden English and Bubba Ray. You've got maybe the quickness between Simon Gotch and Devon Dudley, but right now it's just power versus power, and now here comes Devon.
Bubba Ray going out quickly, tagging in Devon, and just the strength alone of Devon Dudley.
Oh my gosh, the referee! The referee got taken out!
Referee down and out here and now, and he just gets up like nothing happened, and now he's yelling at the vaudevillain.
Oh my goodness, Charles Robinson just, I don't know, a testament to us all in his amazing fortitude to get back up after that clothesline by Aiden English.
And not only that, but refereeing every match ever.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that guy should get paid overtime or something. Lord knows we don't.
He's our only referee. He's our only referee.
He is. We need to stretch the budget or something. Oh my goodness, what a move there by Devon.
Man, tell you something though, but Charles Robinson's a very good referee, also known as Little Nate.
Yes, Little Nate indeed.
History with Charles Robinson. Look at the bridge pin there by Devon, and a kick out at one by Simon.
Just one count. A little bit of help there from Aiden English interfering in that. Again, folks, we want to remind you a lot of matchups have taken place already. A lot of gold has been exchanged, but we've got a triple main event tonight. Coming up next, you'll see the SmackDown Commissioner Seth Cole versus the Raw General Manager Michael Norman. No holds barred, a contract on the line of a certain superstar. Then you've got, just announced a couple of moments ago, a last man standing match between Samoa Joe and the champion Seth Rollins for the y.W.c Championship. Then you've got a 6-man ladder match to determine who is going to be the champion as far as the y.W.c World Heavyweight Championship. I'm telling you what, there's no doubt about it, JB. We've got an unbelievable pay-per-view here tonight that's already happened, and still a lot more to come.
Absolutely. So much more to come here tonight, and so much more excitement that it's hard that I hope this crowd can take all of it, all of this excitement that's coming tonight here at Night of Champions. As you see, top rope, Aiden English tossing Bubba Ray Dudley off the top rope.
A top rope arm drag. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Beautifully executed there by Aiden English. And now lifts Bubba Ray up. Can't do anything. Oh, reversal and a backbreaker by Bubba Ray Dudley.
Now Bubba goes to tag Devon back in. If you're the vaudevillain, what's your strategy to defeat the most decorative tag team in all of sports entertainment history?
I think you got to just try and find a chink in the armor, because as you've mentioned, the numerous tag team titles that the Dudley Boys have won in numerous organizations, you know, they are a well-oiled machine, so you've got to find a little mistake to ruin their chemistry. Plus, you've got to try and match their chemistry as well. Try and be just as good as they are. And now, oh, wait a minute. We were asking for tables. We may get some, as Devon Dudley ripping apart the Spanish announce table once again. That poor Spanish announce table is not getting much love tonight.
Well, luckily, now he's on top of our table over here.
Oh, look out. Oh, look out. Right off our announce table, face first.
Face first off the announce table. Now, a good reversal there by Aiden English and a drop kick to the back of Devon.
We don't even have to look at our monitors. We've got it happening right out in front of us, and now it looks like Aiden English getting back
Referee
into
up
the
to
ring.
7.
And Devon gets in as well. Oh, a little showboating there by Aiden English, and he got his jaw jacked. Easy for me to say.
Oh, look at this stretch submission.
Oh my goodness, that is a painful submission by Devon, and Simon Gotch in to try and break it up, and still not able to, and now he's in exchange with Devon. There's a suplex, to make that Bubba Ray, rather.
Oh, power out of it by Aiden English. Aiden English, he is a well-gifted wrestler. If you've ever seen any of his matches on NXT, you'll know just how gifted that Aiden English is.
Oh, absolutely. You know, Aiden English, while he won't admit it, he reminds me a lot. Oh, and looked like we had a cover there of some kind, but a rope break. But Aiden English reminds me a lot of Wade Barrett. He kind of reminds me of a bare knuckle fighter in a way.
Yeah, very skilled on the mic as well. He was a singer as well. As he likes to come out and talk about.
Kick out at 2 there by Aiden English. I wonder if the Vaudevillains win the tag team championships here tonight. If maybe a Monday Night Raw will get a singing rendition from Aiden English in celebration of winning the titles or something.
Probably. Well, you never know though. I mean, with Aiden English, you never know. You never know how anyone's going to celebrate their first championship win. I mean, look at Edge. When he won the WWE Championship for the first time, he had a live sex celebration on Monday Night Raw.
JB, we're PG here. We're PG, just like WWE.
Sure, it wasn't PG. Raw is not PG. I told you this.
Oh well, they claim that they're PG. No. Okay. Well, whatever. Anyway, back to the matchup.
YWC Monday Night Raw is not PG.
As
the Dubby's still working on Simon Gotch.
Yeah, and here comes a tag from Bubba Ray into Devon. And Devon going for a clothesline there, but Simon Gotch able to back out of the way, and there's a drop kick.
Very strong drop kick as well. Away from the ropes, going for the pin. Simon Gotch. Could this be it? 2 count and a kick out.
And of course tonight we've seen a lot of titles be retained. Apollo Crews still the United States champion, and look at this. Remember, Devon had a submission in on Aiden English. Same submission applied here on Devon, courtesy of Simon Gotch.
Simon Gotch says, "You can do that. I can do that better."
Absolutely, and oh, there's a backbreaker by Devon. So Crews is still the United States champ. Baron Corbin retains his Intercontinental Championship. Charlotte retains her Women's Championship, but we've got new tag team champions in the form of the world's largest tag team, The Big Show and Mark Henry.
Simon Gotch going for the pin, a leisure pin like that, just the cocky and confidence off of Simon Gotch. And of course, tonight's been all about retaining. If you think about it, all of the superstars that came in as champions so far are leaving as champions.
Exactly
and
right.
There's only one more match.
Exactly.
There's only one more match.
Yep.
That's coming in that already has a champion, and that's the second of 3 main events with Seth Rollins as the YWC World Champion.
And there's an enziguri by Simon Gotch.
With things about tonight's theme being retained, do you think Seth Rollins will retain his title tonight?
Boy, I don't know. I'm telling you what.
Look at the bridge pin.
Oh,
the bridge pin, and that's it.
That's
it's
it.
Over.
Vaudevillains. Wow.
New YWC Tag Team Champion.
Well, so much for tables tonight, but maybe we'll get Aiden English to sing.
Now probably celebrating their first title reigns in the YWC. Simon Gotch and Aiden English are. Well, Seth, next up is the match I think we've all been waiting for.
Oh, no doubt about it. We're going to have the YWC SmackDown Commissioner Seth Cole, the YWC Raw General Manager Michael Norman, no holds barred. That's up next. And welcome back, everybody, here tonight of Champions as we get set for a superstar's contract to be on the line the two authority figures of y.W.c. Raw and SmackDown ready to go head-to-head. Coming in first here, the y.W.c. Commissioner of SmackDown, Seth Cole, who was in the ring just a couple of weeks ago against the Wyatt family, and now he's getting ready for maybe one of the biggest matches of his life, trying to bring a superstar to y.W.c. SmackDown.
And yes, whenever you're fighting for your brand, it's pretty much like a battle of brand supremacy this match is tonight. And we all, no doubt about it, Seth Cole's bringing his A game all 110% here tonight for this match. I don't even think he cares about the contract that's on the line. I think he's just out to prove to Michael Norman that SmackDown is indeed superior to Raw.
Well, of course, Michael Norman throwing down the gauntlet to Seth Cole to have this match of Night of Champions. Seth Cole willingly accepting, and Seth Cole now waiting for his opponent Michael Norman to come to the ring so those two can get it on.
The lights go out in the arena. A very interesting choice of music for Michael Norman.
Absolutely, no doubt about that, and here he comes. It'll be the first time that we will see Michael Norman in the ring for a match here on y.W.c.
Now, as we've talked about before, both Michael Norman and Seth Cole have wrestled for other organizations before, but this is the first time that Michael Norman will set foot in ring gear, ring attire, for a full-blown match on the y.W.c. brand.
And of course, keep in mind how this whole thing started. After the main event on SmackDown, when Seth Cole teamed with Brock Lesnar and Dean Ambrose against the Wyatt family, Michael Norman came uninvited to SmackDown, attacked Commissioner Seth Cole numerous times. He ended up twisted fating him on the announce table, numerous chair shots, and then it came to almost a social media battle between these two, which we'll get to in just a moment.
That's right. Michael Norman also not also affected by attacks as well. Seth Cole sending Brock Lesnar last week on Monday Night Raw. At the end of the show, Michael Norman was attacked by Brock Lesnar.
And then it came down
to
a
message being sent.
And then it came down to almost seemed like social media warfare. Videos exchanged between the two. Michael Norman throwing down the opportunity of this matchup for a contract of a superstar that we don't even know who it is. The two of them know, but we don't even know. Seth Cole accepting only on the condition that this match be no holds barred.
Seth Cole coming out of the gate strong against Michael Norman. Now, if you're Seth Cole, what's your strategy to try to beat a powerhouse, actually, like Michael Norman? As you can see how well Norman has been lately with the attacks and whatnot.
Well, I've got to say, I mean, I definitely agree Michael Norman's a powerhouse, but if you'd had the opportunity, like I had, firsthand to watch Seth Cole against the Wyatt family on SmackDown, he showed that he's got some untapped potential as far as power is concerned as well, suplexing a monster like Braun Strowman. So, quite honestly, I think that the both of them are just as equally as strong.
Yes, I would agree with that too. Seth Cole a little bit of a lesser weight than Michael Norman, but has all the agility to make up for it, while Norman's just a straight up powerhouse. You saw earlier Seth Cole working on the arm of Michael Norman. That's good. To weaken down a body part and work on it so that your opponent cannot use that body part.
How about some of the stuff that was said in both of these competitors' videos to each other? Michael Norman claiming that Seth Cole was hiding the fact that he was trying to bring the said superstar to SmackDown, trying to sign him to a contract. Seth Cole retaliates back saying, hey, I'm paid to be able to find out missing information. I would have closed all doors of you finding out if I really didn't want you to know. I wanted you to know that I was doing that.
And strong words by Seth Cole himself. These two back and forth. This has become, for some odd reason, this has become very personal between these two.
It definitely has.
Michael,
I
was talking to my boss, Michael, earlier. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
I was talking to my boss earlier, and he said that he felt wronged at what Seth Cole was trying to do, trying to acquire this said superstar without him knowing about it. Michael, he said that he found out by one of his advisors that he has at the y.W.c headquarters.
And you can just definitely tell that the animosity has built between the two as well, because, you know, they're not settling this out, you know, dressed up in suits in a conference room. They're settling it right here in the middle of a y.W.c ring.
As the best way to settle all disputes in the y.W.c is have a match.
Now, you had a talk, apparently, as you said, with the y.W.c Raw General Manager Michael Norman earlier. Was there any alluding to what superstar it is that these two are fighting for the contract for?
No, not at all. They didn't say anything, any names. He didn't give any hints or nothing.
So it's still a mystery even to us. We have no idea who it is that these two are fighting for, but I think you alluded to this just a little while ago too, that these guys probably aren't even thinking about the contract at this point. They're just thinking about the pent-up frustration and animosity they have against each other, and they're letting it out against each other here in the ring.
Yeah, Michael's thinking about righting a wrong that he feels happened to him, while Seth Cole is battling to prove SmackDown, the SmackDown brand is better than Raw.
And of course, a lot on the line here. A superstar will come to either Raw or SmackDown, resulting in whoever wins this matchup. And there you see the no-holds-barred stipulation. Seth Cole, second time we've seen him go out, try and get something from under the ring apron. Now, the referee's going to come out here. Referee comes out here, and all he's going to do is either count the 3 or call the submission, because there's no disqualifications, no countouts, no rules. And I believe pinfalls count anywhere as well.
Yes, pinfalls and submissions count anywhere in the arena.
Goodness!
For all we know, these guys can take this to the street of Nashville, and you know, for all we know, this match could end in a bar down the street.
It could end right in the middle of the Grand Ole Opry.
They just hop on a plane and they're fighting on the plane.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, fly to y.W.c headquarters or something.
Yeah.
As they're fighting on the outside.
Michael trying to fight back against Seth. And I look at Michael with a kick to the head, knocking Seth back into the ring.
And the interesting thing is, too, we've seen a number of amazing moves done by both competitors, both inside and outside the ring, but you've noticed there's been absolutely no attempt to try and go for a pinfall. These guys, as we said, they just want to beat each other up right now. It looks like Michael's got a kendo stick.
Seth takes the kendo stick away, and oh my goodness, right off the head, the skull of Michael Norman, that kendo stick.
And there's a knee to the gut by Michael. Seth going to drop the kendo stick. And oh, what's this? Oh, Seth Cole driven right into the steel steps. That'll take out the knees.
If you take out the lower half of a high-flying agility superstar, that takes away a lot of their agility.
A lot of their high-octane offense as well. And there, Michael Norman just pushing Seth Cole down to the mat. And now, oh, what's he going for here? Seth with a reversal. Belly to belly on the outside.
Belly to belly on the outside. Seth was looking for a weapon, but Norman stopped him and tossed him.
Oh, there's a cover. Here's a pin. One. And a kick out at 1. And be under no illusions, folks. That padding out there is a very thin padding covering concrete floors. So just multiply the moves that are being made outside the ring times 10 to a move being made inside the ring.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it first from Christopher Pierce. Multiply.
Multiply. Shut up. Oh, and it looks
good
like,
old humor out.
Michael Norman's been busted open. There you can see blood on the canvas.
Oh yeah, the blood on the mat. Yeah, Michael Norman, that kendo stick shot to the head really busted him open.
Oh,
I don't
man.
know if you can see it or not, but on the monitor, you see just a big welt on the forehead.
Yep, right
Where Michael
between the
Norman,
eyes.
the kendo stick connected.
Yep, and Seth Cole's got steel steps, and right off.
Steer.
Yes.
Steer steel steps, guys.
Yep. You gotta multiply
Seth
those
Cole.
steer steps. What's Seth going for here? Looked like he might have been going for steel chair or something, which would have been quite ironic due to the number of chair shots that Seth Cole suffered from Michael Norman on SmackDown. But I'm looking at Michael Norman here, and with the blood rushing down his face, you and I know, JB, that when you are busted open and you can taste your own blood, it takes you to an entirely new level of aggression.
Oh yes, it does. It really angers you. It sees when you draw first blood. It awakens a demon inside you. You will want revenge. Look at Norman, small package, small package roll up.
And it's a kick out at one by Seth Cole. Oh, what's Michael setting up for here? Oh my goodness, knee right to the forehead. Looks like Michael might be trying to open up Seth Cole. And now Michael's got the, I won't say it.
the steer step.
The steer steps.
Oh, we are in Tennessee, so.
That's true. Yeah. They won't know the difference.
Norman picking up the steel steps. Seth Cole sees him and tries to walk away and gets out of the way. A good wherewithal from Seth Cole. Now comes back out, steals the steps, and now look at Norman taking him right back.
Oh, and Seth Cole, right hand, drops Michael and the steel steps to the ground.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are all flummoxed out here at what's going on.
Well, I mean, how can we not be after what we've seen so far tonight and knowing what's still to come? We've got this matchup, and then we've got the y.W.c Championship and y.W.c World Heavyweight Championship matchups coming up. The y.W.c Championship going to be contested in a last man standing match, a ladder match for the y.W.c World Heavyweight Championship. I mean, how can we not be flustered out here? It's been an unbelievable pay-per-view.
And these fans have stuck with us this entire pay-per-view. Seth Cole dropping Michael Norman down to the mat. Good takedown, a kick to the gut. I don't know what Seth Cole could be trying to go for here. He's throwing. Is Seth? He's trying. I think he's trying to do the apron DDT.
Oh my goodness, yeah, Michael Norman doing the ring apron DDT on Seth Cole on SmackDown. Maybe a little bit of payback here, but now both competitors to the outside. And what's Seth going for here? Oh, sends Michael back into the ring.
I think he really wants to do that apron DDT. He wants to get that revenge.
And where's Seth
Cole
going?
Running somewhere, and now running right into Michael Norman. Seth Cole throws Norman back into the ring. I think he really wants that little bit of payback. He wants that hit that ring apron DDT.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's exactly what he wants to do here. He's already busted open Michael Norman. Oh, wait a minute. What's Michael going for here? Oh my goodness, a European uppercut right to the back of the head. Oh, and now Michael's got the kendo stick, and now he's lighting up Seth Cole.
Oh, look at this. Just pounding away on the back of Seth Cole. Seth Cole's back is already black and red.
Oh my goodness, it's going to leave a number of scars on the back of Seth Cole. Both of these men, regardless of who's going to win this matchup, both men are going to be walking into
Look at Seth Cole.
Oh, goes for the elbow and misses on the outside.
Norman had the wherewithal to see him coming and ran right into the ring, causing Seth Cole to land right on his back. Look at Seth Cole. Seth Cole, look at him going for it. The reversal stunner.
Will that be it? He might be going for the pin here. Yes, he is. Referee, 1, 2, and oh my goodness, Michael Norman just gets the shoulder up.
How much strength does that take out of Michael Norman to get the shoulder up?
Swinging neck breaker there by Seth Cole. And Michael might have hit his shoulder on that baseball bat lane in the middle of the ring. Seth Cole going up top. What's he going to do here? Elbow from the top rope.
That crossbreaker looked like a bit of a modified, what's that move that Cody Rhodes does?
Crossroads.
Yeah, looked like a modified Crossroads.
Oh, wait a minute. We were asking for tables during the Dudley Boys Vaudevillains matchup. Here's a table. Oh, my goodness.
Norman, look at Norman, steals the table away from Seth Cole.
And
now Seth Cole takes it right back.
They're fighting over it. And, oh, man, a right hand drops Seth Cole.
Norman looking under the ring, took a little bit to actually see.
Oh, small package! Small package! Ref, the small package, and he's going to count from in the ring, but only a 1 count.
Charles Robinson, what are you doing?
Charles Robinson has had a lot to deal with tonight, so I guess we can cut him a little bit of a break.
Oh, what a take that. I think the back of Seth's head hit off the steel ring post.
I think you're right. I think that's exactly what happened. If not the steel ring post, at least the apron there.
Wow, look with how much ease that Michael did that suplex.
Just textbook to him. Absolutely textbook. Michael Norman very well versed in suplexes and submissions. Number of holds. You got to remember that these... Oh, wow. There's a knee right to the face.
Goes for the pin. 2. Kick out at 2 by Seth Cole.
You've got to remember, even though these guys wear business suits week in, week out, as you mentioned when they came out. Oh, is he going for an electric chair? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. I don't even know what that was. Like a flapjack or something from off the shoulders. Oh, he's calling. Twist of fate! Twist of fate on the outside. That's probably going to be it.
Here he goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3. It's over.
And somehow, some way, someone is going to Raw. They will get the contract with Michael Norman winning, but we still don't know who it is. Maybe we'll find out tomorrow night, but right now we're still left in the dark.
A battered and bloodied Michael Norman celebrating his win over Seth Cole tonight.
Boy, what a matchup between these two. But we've still got championships on the line. We've got the y.W.c Championship, the y.W.c World Heavyweight Championship. Those matches coming up next.
Welcome back to Night of Champions, ladies and gentlemen. Up next, it's the y.W.c World Championship match between Seth Rollins and Samoa Joe.
And Seth Rollins is going to be making his way to the ring. And JB, I've got to ask you your personal opinion. What are your thoughts on the fact that the championship was literally just put on the shoulders of Seth Rollins? He didn't even earn the title, but they decided to give him the title anyway.
I was completely disgusted by the fact that our general manager, Michael Norman, just gave Seth Rollins the championship. He didn't earn it, he didn't do nothing, he didn't fight for it or anything. But he's going to fight for it tonight as he takes on the submission specialist, Samoa Joe.
And of course, Samoa Joe qualifying his way as the #1 contender. And as we mentioned, this is now a last man standing match between these two for the championship.
Referee rings the bell. This match is underway.
So for those that don't know what a last man standing match is, basically what happens here, there's no pinfalls, no submissions, nothing like that. What you're going to have to try and do is incapacitate your opponent so much that they're lying on the mat and cannot get to their feet before the referee reaches a count of 10.
Samoa Joe coming out strong already. We've seen their match last week on Monday Night Raw. Samoa Joe came out on top of Seth Rollins. Could that happen again tonight?
But of course, Seth Rollins is the architect, so I'm sure he looked back on the tape of their matchup, looked at everything that Samoa Joe did, everything that maybe Seth Rollins did wrong, and he's kept that in the back of his mind, and he's going to try and make sure not to let that happen again here tonight.
Strong punches by Samoa Joe. Look at Samoa picks up Seth Rollins. Oh my goodness.
Wow, almost a modified Snake Eyes, but driving Seth Rollins into the middle turnbuckle. Oh, Seth Rollins, DDT!
DDT by Seth Rollins trying to keep Samoa Joe grounded. When you're fighting a submission specialist like Samoa Joe, what would your strategy be?
I would basically just say make sure that you keep Samoa Joe from being at a vertical base. Now, I know that that's rather easy to say, and that's obviously the main goal in a last man standing match, but, you know, other than keeping him on his back, you know, keep him off his feet. Go for the legs. Do not allow Samoa Joe to be able to get in any kind of a submission on you. Also keep in mind that Samoa Joe is very well versed in suplexes too, so you know, if you keep him off of his vertical base, you take away not only his ability to hit you with a suplex, but also that rear naked choke that he loves to use for his finishing maneuver.
Yes, that's very, very true. And keep up, you just gotta wear down the bigger guy in the match. You just gotta find a way to wear him down. The longer this match goes, I think the more it's going to favor Seth Rollins.
I think you're right, absolutely. Seth Rollins, the smaller of the two, but definitely when it comes to terms of being able to, you know, have durability in a matchup, Seth Rollins definitely comes out on top in that sense. And there you see Seth Rollins was down off his feet, and you saw the referee Charles Robinson beginning the count. It was only at 1. But that's how it works. As soon as the opponent steps away and the... Oh, nice standing moonsault there by Seth Rollins. But as soon as the opponent backs away and the other opponent is down on the mat, the referee begins the 10 count.
Good reversal there by Seth Rollins. And yes, you're right. With the added stipulation, neither of these two men knew the stipulation not until 3 matches ago. How do you prepare for a last man standing match when you find out 30 minutes prior to your match?
To be perfectly honest, I'm not really sure either one of these guys were able to prepare for a last man standing match, because you put into play Seth Rollins, the pedigree usually finishes off his matchups. You've got Samoa Joe, who's got the brain buster to finish off his matchups. I think both of these guys were expecting to be able to put away their opponents for a 3 count, not a 10 count. So to be perfectly honest, I'm not really certain that either one of these guys are going to know what to have to do until it's looking them right in the face.
We saw the ref count get up to 2 for Seth Rollins there.
And
Seth Rollins seems to already be down already compared to Samoa Joe.
Yeah, down for a little bit longer on the mat, but I think that a big reason for that, as we mentioned, that Seth Rollins wants the longevity of this matchup to continue to increase. Samoa Joe, I think, is trying to put away Seth Rollins early, so he's hitting him with all of his best stuff as quickly as he can.
Yep. Look at that move.
Goodness, and we mentioned that Samoa Joe was good at suplexes. Seth Rollins showcasing a suplex of his own.
Full Nelson German suplex.
Oh, and look at that. Almost a clothesline in a way, like a double arm clothesline to Samoa Joe. And Samoa Joe down, gets right back up. Referee was only at a 1 count once again. What the heck?
And Seth Rollins defied gravity.
Seth Rollins is an angel.
I wouldn't go far and say that.
Well, okay, I won't go
Seth
that far.
Rollins just defied gravity.
Referee's count is up to 3, now at 4. Is Samoa Joe going to get up? And he does get up at a 5 count.
Rating reversals, and now Seth Rollins with a punch to the head. Another suplex there by Seth Rollins.
And a beautiful suplex there, almost a hanging suplex, keeping Samoa Joe up for just a little bit. Keep in mind, when you have your opponent upside down, the blood rushes to the head. And if Seth Rollins can get Samoa Joe down to the mat, with the blood rushing to the head, Samoa Joe could be a little groggy and not be able to get up for a 10 count.
Very true, and a belly-to-belly from outside the ring. Seth Rollins looks like he's in La La Land.
A little bit of spaghetti legs there from Seth Rollins, and Samoa Joe, is he going for here? Oh my goodness, just a straight forearm shot to the face. And a clothesline.
Good takedown there by Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe's really bringing the fight. We all know Samoa Joe is a prize fighter. He earned his way into this match by winning a #1 Contenders Battle Royal. And that was no easy task. That was no over-the-top rope Battle Royal. If you think about it, that was more of a fatal. It was more of a 6-man, 6-pack challenge. If you think about it. people in the ring. Only way to eliminate is by pinfall submission, and Samoa Joe submitted, I think it was Kurt Angle, to win the #1 contendership.
Yeah, that was a classic one-on-one matchup against those two after the other 4 competitors had been eliminated. But, yeah, absolutely, Samoa Joe earning his way into this. Seth Rollins, while we've already documented, he didn't really earn the championship. I mean, he put up a good showing against Samoa Joe last week on Raw, but yeah, this is definitely going to test Seth Rollins and see if he's going to be able to come out on top and prove to everybody that the championship that was literally placed on his shoulders actually belonged there.
Big time clothesline there by Samoa Joe. Referee counting once again, but Seth Rollins able to give up.
Yep, at this point, I believe the highest that Seth Rollins has been at as far as being on the mat has been a total of 3 seconds. Samoa Joe, though, has been down as long as 5 seconds. So you can see right there that maybe the fatigue starting to settle in for Samoa Joe. Seth Rollins still seems to be running somewhat on full as far as energy.
Well, this match has been going a long time, so like we said, the longer the match goes, the more it favors Seth Rollins. Oh my goodness!
Samoa Joe showing off the suplex showcase right there. And Seth Rollins
down
gets
for a 2 count.
Yeah, I'll tell you, there's been a lot of big moves that Samoa Joe has hit on Seth Rollins, but Seth Rollins has been able to get up rather early after being hit by them.
Now Joe has his own 2 count there.
Oh, going for
And
another
belly to belly.
suplex. And now the referee will begin the count on Seth Rollins. And again, only 2 before Seth gets back to his feet.
Oh, look at this. Samoa Joe working on the leg.
That's actually a great strategy too. Didn't even think about that. But yeah, if you can take out the leg of your opponent, that incapacitates their ability to be able to stand on both their feet.
It does, and a good takedown there by Seth Rollins, trying to prove why, in fact, he is the y.W.c World Champion.
Yeah, Seth Rollins calls himself the man, and right now trying to prove that he is the man, trying to defeat Samoa Joe, but now, after getting shot into the turnbuckle, now we see the referee's count is up at 4, now up at 5. This is the highest it's been for Seth Rollins. Now up to 7.
Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Will Seth Rollins actually even be able to get up?
Oh my goodness.
9.
Referee's at 9. Oh, and Seth just gets up.
Seth Rollins. I cannot believe that, as these two run into each other twice, and now a planting DDT.
And now Seth Rollins seems to be getting a second wind, calling Samoa Joe to get up. And now reverses Samoa Joe. What's he going to go for here? Samoa reverses and drives Seth Rollins back down to the mat again.
All it's going to take is just one planting finishing maneuver, and this match could be over.
Absolutely. We've seen Seth Rollins up to a 9 count now. Samoa Joe's been up to a 5 count. You can tell that both these men are beginning to wear down, and there's another suplex by Samoa Joe.
The referee begins his count.
Seth Rollins isn't moving. I don't think Seth Rollins knows where he's at. He's looking around dazed and confused, and the referee's up to 7. Referee at 9, and that's it!
Wow, with one hell of a German suplex a second time, landing Rollins on the back of his head. Samoa Joe wins and is the new y.W.c World Champion.
We talked about champions retaining their gold, but tonight, the first time tonight, the title changes hands. Samoa Joe will head into y.W.c Raw as the y.W.c champion.
Still much more to come. One more main event coming up next.
Welcome back, everybody, to the final matchup of the evening, the third part of our main event trifecta for the y.W.c World Heavyweight Championship. Tonight we will be seeing 6 competitors in a ladder match to try and retrieve the briefcase above the ring, as the y.W.c World Heavyweight Championship belt has not yet been created. It will be created, we've been told, by time the next episode of y.W.c SmackDown comes around. But here comes a guy with a huge opportunity. He ended up qualifying his way into this matchup in the very first episode of y.W.c SmackDown, Shinsuke Nakamura.
And now here comes lunatic fringe Dean Ambrose. Dean also qualified his way in at, what was it, I believe it was the second episode of SmackDown?
Yes, it was.
The second episode of SmackDown after being attacked by Bray Wyatt on the very first episode of Thursday Night SmackDown. And Dean Ambrose, very happy to be in this match.
And Dean Ambrose, of course, also involved in that main event match against the Wyatt family, so you got to wonder if he's 100%. And here comes Sami Zayn, who knocked off former friend Kevin Owens on the very first y.W.c episode of SmackDown to qualify his way into this ladder match.
How great would it be for Sami Zayn to win the y.W.c World Heavyweight Championship?
He called himself the underdog of the underground, so he could definitely be the underdog in this matchup, and it would be a storybook match for him if he could win the title.
But see, the rest of them have to go up against this guy, the Beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar.
Will we have Suplex City here tonight in this ladder match? Brock Lesnar, arguably one of the strongest competitors on the SmackDown roster, is ready to make his way to the ring, and he's looking for y.W.c gold.
Who's going to be able to stop Brock Lesnar?
I don't think there's anybody that's going to be able to stop him. They're going to have to team up on him, I think, and maybe this man as well.
Bray Wyatt qualified his way in after winning that said six-man main event 2 weeks ago on Thursday Night SmackDown.
The Fireflies are out here tonight, and Bray Wyatt, huge opportunity, capitalized with his Wyatt family brethren to qualify into this matchup. In all honesty, I think he could be the dark horse of this match.
And here's the guy that you probably wouldn't have expected to be in this match.
Yeah, Titus O'Neil ended up winning a six-pack challenge last week.
Fatal 4-Way.
Or Fatal 4-Way, I'm sorry. Yes, you are correct. On last week's episode of SmackDown. To make his way into this, we're going to have to see just exactly what he'll be able to do against 5 competitors he has not yet faced this year.
And as you can see, we have prematurely hung the Money in the Bank briefcase. The winner of this match will have to climb the ladder, retrieve that briefcase, turn it into y.W.c Commissioner Seth Cole, SmackDown Commissioner Seth Cole, and when that is complete, the winner will receive the official y.W.c World Heavyweight Championship.
Now, JB, I know that we're supposed to be impartial, but if you look at these 6 competitors in the ring, who are you looking at as the favorite?
Honestly, I have to say Brock Lesnar because of his sheer strength, his determination, and just his overall brute power.
Well, I've got to go with somebody in the form of Shinsuke Nakamura because we've seen tonight the showcase of the younger talent with the United States Championship being successfully defended against Apollo Crews, Baron Corbin successfully retaining his Intercontinental Championship. Shinsuke Nakamura was the #1 draft pick from NXT to the SmackDown roster. I think Shinsuke is going to seize this opportunity. I think Shinsuke is going to be the champion.
I don't know if you can see it clearly, but I think Dean Ambrose has already been busted open from that chair shot.
Yeah, Bray Wyatt wielding a steel chair early, and I believe you're right. He has busted open Dean Ambrose, and we call him the lunatic fringe. I'll tell you what, I don't want to see Dean Ambrose on an even higher level of lunacy, but I think he might be now after being busted open.
Look at Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn setting up the ladder in the ring already. First person to climb the ladder.
And nobody's there to stop him, but you can see right there he hasn't quite set up the ladder correctly underneath the briefcase. And there's Brock Lesnar now up to stop him. Oh!
Throws him off. Look at Brock Lesnar.
Brock's got the briefcase. He's got a hold of the briefcase. Is anyone going to be able to stop him? Shinsuke's trying to knock the ladder down. Brock Lesnar might be the champion just like that. Oh, Dean Ambrose stops him. Oh, and Brock Lesnar sent crashing down to the canvas below.
And Shinsuke already with the chair. Titus steals the chair. Sami Zayn in the confusion going to try to climb the ladder.
Yes, he is. He's going to climb the ladder. He's got the briefcase now. Brock Lesnar going to topple the ladder down, though, and I believe Shinsuke was trying to climb up the other side, and he came crashing down to the mat as well. In one of these kind of matchups, it's the same as a six-pack challenge, a fatal four-way. Your head's got to always be at a swivel, and there goes Dean Ambrose and Titus O'Neil now crashing down to the canvas.
Shinsuke taking a breather on the outside, now comes back in. Picks up the steel chair, and hits Sami Zayn with it.
And now Titus O'Neil, I thought he might be setting up the ladder, but instead throwing the ladder down, and there's a clothesline by Bray Wyatt. It's so hard to see all the action here, and I believe Sami Zayn just got hit in the head with the ladder courtesy of Brock Lesnar.
The ringside doctors were taking a look at Dean Ambrose, making sure his cut was not too bad on his head. But he waved him off, told him to get out of here, and he continues the match.
Dean Ambrose. We've seen Dean Ambrose multiple times get beat up and get right back up again and fight. Think back to when he ended up getting attacked by the Wyatt family a couple of weeks ago on SmackDown. The following week, he came back and he was able to defeat Sheamus in order to make his way into this matchup. So beaten up, bruised, bloody, Dean Ambrose will keep fighting. And now Bray Wyatt
with the ladder.
Yeah, wielding the ladder. The ladder can be used as a weapon. It looked like he was thinking about setting up the ladder, but he then immediately he closed it back up.
What do you think would be going through the mind of SmackDown Commissioner Seth Cole if Bray Wyatt were to win the y.W.c World Heavyweight Championship tonight?
Well, we've already seen the fact that that y.W.c SmackDown Commissioner Seth Cole lost his matchup moments ago to Raw GM Michael Norman. So I think the fact that a guy who's quite literally been a thorn in his side on SmackDown, if Bray Wyatt were to win, were to be the champion, and were to have the championship handed to him by Seth Cole next week on SmackDown, that would just be a deflating thing, I think, for the SmackDown commissioner. Sami Zayn, he's ascending.
Sami Zayn climbing the ladder.
Is anyone gonna stop him? Zayn's got his hands on the briefcase, and he's got it! Sami Zayn is the champion!
Sami Zayn out of nowhere. Nobody even saw that coming, and Sami Zayn takes the briefcase down.
We called him the underdog in the matchup, and he proved us right. He was the underdog, but man, I'll tell you what, if a bookie gave you 100-1 odds on him, I hope you took the bet, because Sami Zayn will be the first ever y.W.c World Heavyweight Champion.
Thank you guys so much for joining us here in Nashville for Night of Champions. We will see you guys on both Raw and SmackDown coming up tomorrow.